Yep, I'm James Wickett. I work here at National Instruments on the LabVIEW Cloud Operations team, and I'm the team lead for it. And my Twitter handle is @Wickett.
What do you think are the biggest problems with DevOps right now? The biggest
Those no-ops guys. Those no-ops guys are ruining it. No, I think DevOps is good. It's complicated for people to understand sometimes. It's one of those new things that it's new in the infrastructure, or new in the environment, new in the organization. People are giving it a lot of lip service. People are saying, "Hey, we want to do DevOps," but then they're just doing things the same way that they were doing it before. And then some people literally are doing it. I think you have things like the cloud, which is kind of a forcing function of DevOps, and like people that are wanting higher velocity things, it kind of pushes DevOps as a possibility. But in the end, I think it's still kind of an unknown concept to people. It's unquantified, and I think you can make arguments that like it leaves out a lot of different groups, and so there's the star ops people that say it all needs to be in there. But I think as DevOps grows, that's what needs to happen. It kind of needs to be formalized a little bit better.
If you could have it go any way, where would you like to see it in the next 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, I really am all about security. Like security and ops are the two things that I do the most of, and would love to see DevOps, work more in the security space, and love to see how that grows. I'm a proponent of rugged software, and I think that rugged is sort of, to the security community, is starting to mean the same thing that DevOps is meaning to ops and dev communities, and I believe there's some growth in that. And so I even actually have a thing. Another Twitter handle is rugged DevOps, and so that's the one that I run on that.
So you mentioned...
We'll see if there's convergence. I don't know.
So what have you done involving the When IT Fails novel? Is that what you were...
Yeah, I've read a little bit of the first part of it, and then subsequently had a baby, and so kind of fell off the reviewing there. But I've been hearing good things from some of the other reviewers, so it looks really positive, and I'm really excited about it.
Great. So why is the novel important to you? Why is it an important subject?
I think it's a good way for people to visualize how they can put this into their organization, how security, ops, dev, how it all kind of plays into each other, and it's something like that we want as a gold standard, and everybody kind of hears, we want to do this many deploys a day, or we want to have this kind of facilities to leverage different types of infrastructure or things like that. But not everybody's fortunate enough to work in an organization like that, and so I was pretty pleased to hear that how it was kind of turning out as a novel, and kind of the first bit of it, I was like, man, this is looking really good, and especially seeing kind of the people coming before it, and it's like it's more like a storybook to kind of let people see, like, here's how this stuff could be assembled and how it could work, and how we'd be able to apply it to ourselves. And throughout history, that's a really compelling way to teach people something, is through stories. So I think that's a pretty cool idea.
You had mentioned recently having a baby, and I'm wondering what does your family think that you do? Do you have plans for when your baby's old enough to have a talk?
Yeah, it's really confusing with my family. My grandparents, I work at National Instruments, and but since I live in Texas, everybody thinks I work at Texas Instruments, the calculator company, and so far I'm like, yeah, that's where I work. That's what I do. But even with like my parents, like they're like, what is this thing, the cloud? And so, they see the commercials about Microsoft Cloud or the iCloud stuff from Apple, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like that, but not really. I don't know. And so I just sort of kind of wave my hands and be like, I make sure that everything stays up and runs, and our team does that. So that ends up being the story that I have to give the folks. Seems too hard to explain otherwise.
Maybe they can read the novel and get a better idea.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. So I'll ask Jean maybe if he could sign it to James's mom, and see if we can get that sent over to her.
Great.
So, great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.